Hi, everybody. All right, Michigan Shoe Company, Bates, has received a $30.5 million USMC contract from the US DOD out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. I'm trying to get to the major stats. Bates Footwear is the name of the company. Brand of Rockford-based Wolverine Worldwide Inc. is the company, and the manufacturing factory thereof. I'm not going to go into a lot of this because there's a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but basically the idea is, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever worked on any of the contracts coming out of the Defense Department or noticed any of the major the Fed BizOps stuff, things are actually quite slow. The Small Business Administration started this contract in 2012, I believe, is the way they're wording this, and it has been official that this U.S. Michigan-based company has actually won the contract for a $30.5 million deal to make temperate weather combat boots for the U.S. Marines after picking up a $27 million contract to make 300,000 pairs of boots for an Afghan military group over there. But the new orders shouldn't be seen as an indicator that Bates won't be at a disadvantage in bidding Defense Department contracts in the future, Fowler says. You know, the way these contracts work, ladies and gentlemen, there are hundreds of different levels, and most of the time they pick the one who has the lowest bidding number and they work up from there as far as quality and everything else, and then they pick like the top 10 companies and they say, alright, this is our product we need out there to our men and women. Can you make me this and show me your brand? And so what they do, ladies and gentlemen, is every company submits a report and submits a brand, testing, everything else. And let's say 5 companies are eliminated on quality standards alone. Boom, 5 out the door. 3 more come up, they're good. 2 more in the background, great. And so 3-4 years later, after several smaller contracts are rewarded to allies and other companies thereof, they kind of go back to the drawing table and say, all right, guys, listen, you're the 3 top contenders. But we've talked to people on the ground, we've talked to board members, and Company A really seems to be the best. So everybody from Fed BizOps and all the managers of the contracts thereof go to Business A, and they say, all right, guys, listen, you guys have been tested with several other contracts. We think you're ready for a US DOD contract. How would you guys like to be our top bidder? Well, sounds good to me. All right, well, produce. I think they named 300,000 pairs as their number within 2-year period. Can you guys do that? Show me the numbers. And obviously they would have already seen the numbers to know whether or not they could do that or they could not do that. So, a Michigan-based company, ladies and gentlemen, has won this. I know the number on the image says 30.1, and I'm not really certain why that says 30.1 when the information in the actual language says $30.5 for a 5-year deal to make temperate weather combat boots for the U.S. Marines. I'll show you that in a second. But there it is right there. Bates brand landed a 5-year, $30.5 million deal to make temperate weather combat boots for the U.S. Marines. That is very awesome coming from Michigan. I'm very happy to see that Michigan is finally starting to kick a little ass and that we actually won a U.S. defense contract, especially producing something that everybody needs: apparel, shoes, boots. So this is actually quite great, ladies and gentlemen. This means businesses are coming back to America, folks. 5 years ago, we would outsource this to India, or Afghanistan would have had a sweatshop or something similar in, Turkestan or China, for instance, would have made these. But the US DOD sought out an American Michigan brand, an American Michigan factory to produce 300,000 combat boots for the U.S. Marines over a 5-year period, folks. This means America is coming back to its senses to some degree.